We are live. Hi, ladies. Welcome back to my channel. I am Nina. And if you are new here, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today on this live video. Let's get straight into it. This is going to be a bit of a long video. So I wanted to just come on live so that I deliver the message as best as I can. Okay, so these are 5 big red flags that women display on dates. This behavior needs to stop immediately. And this is, these are little things. Well, they may be little things to you, but they really send a very big, clear, loud message to the other person that tells them that you are not the right match for them. I'm actually gonna add a bonus one. Okay, so if you stay until the end of the video, you'll get the bonus. All right, so let us begin. Red flag number 1, which for me is definitely a pet peeve, and I will tell you why. Being on the phone when you're on a date. Now, we're all busy people, all of us, okay? But ladies, when you are on a date, number 1, this is supposed to be your leisure time, your free time, and you've chosen to spend your free time with your date, whoever has taken you out on a date. This will apply specifically for the first couple of dates. If you guys are already in a relationship, do what you got to do. My content, as you may or may not know, is geared towards first dates, first initial dates, getting to know people. And obviously, when you are leveling up, you are probably going to start dating some leveled up men as well. And these men may be very busy. And I see a lot of ladies coming in with the energy of, well, if he's going to be on his phone, I'm going to be on my phone. And okay, I'm just going to say, stay off your phone. Okay? Stay off your phone. Don't do tit for tat. Stay off your phone. Be in a leisurely mood, leisurely mode. Now, if you're using your phone for something like taking photos, which I'm very guilty of, obviously that's how I'm able to bring you guys some of my vlogs and stuff like that. Speak to your dates about it. I will always say, oh my goodness, I love taking photos. I love photos. I hope you don't mind. And it's kind of a more polite way to let a person know that I will have my phone and I will take photos of staff and take photos of me, and can you please take photos of me? But it's not like when he's talking, you're on your phone. When he's trying to connect with you, you're on social media. When he's trying to carry a conversation with you, you're texting people. You know what I mean? Unless there's an emergency, unless there's something you need to be taken care of, in which case, once again, just communicate. Listen, I'm so sorry, but I have A, B, and C going on. So if you see me on my phone, please don't be offended. And I would actually go as far as saying this applies for any kind of quality time, because phones can really give off a very bored kind of energy, a very I don't want to be here, I'd rather be somewhere else kind of energy. And studies have shown that having your phone on the table automatically puts a different perception in another person's mind of who you are. People already perceive you as someone that doesn't have, I don't know if it's like you have bad manners or you have a bad attitude, but it's just a very negative perception that people have just by you placing your phone facing up or facing down, just by you having your phone on, whatever. So don't get into the mentality of, well, he's sending emails, he's making phone calls or whatever. Let him do what he needs to do. You, as the leveled up feminine woman, now the game that I'm giving you is, this is how you're going to be normal in those circles. I know a lot of ladies don't like to hear this because, we should be whoever we want to be. People should accept us for who we are, but we don't live in that world. We live in a world where people will give you access to certain things when they feel like you are part of their, group. And when you act outside of their group, they automatically close off access to certain things. So you really have to decide what it is that you're trying to do so that you can establish how far you're willing to go in terms of, playing by the rules, right? Okay, so use it, don't use it, but I'm telling you now, ladies, if you are able to stay off of texting, being on social media, and doing all of those kinds of things, you will get further with high quality men, high quality dates than somebody who can't stay off their phone. Okay. And just an extension of that, when your date is talking, sometimes the people that you go on dates with are not going to be the most interesting people in the world. They're not going to have the best sense of humor. Okay? They're not always going to be Prince Charming with adventures and stories of whatever. But just do your best, girl. Be present, to be there, to be in the moment. Thing where if I'm like completely bored or if I'm completely lost, because sometimes you're dating someone who works in a whole different field from what you have heard of or whatever, and sometimes it's a lot. Okay. So what I do is I just kind of break conversations down, right? So if he's told me a whole thing about the project he's working on and this and the people he's meeting and the whatever goals and da 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 da, I will catch like, or I will focus on like one or two things, like bite sized pieces, and kind of make that interesting. Okay. It's not necessarily my job, but I'm not going to sit and look bored just because what he's saying is not interesting to me. I will meet him halfway. I'm not going to try and fill in the gaps with conversation, but I will meet him halfway in terms of, just allowing him to talk and being the interested listener and asking him follow up questions. Okay. So get off your phone, stop acting distracted, stop acting uninterested. That is a big red flag for a man because he's asking himself, well, she doesn't really care about me or being here. Why is she here? Okay. Big red flag. You don't want that. Number two, big red flag on dates is being super loud and attracting all sorts of attention and not for the right reasons. Once again, we can get into a debate of who needs to accept who for what, but I'm just trying to put you on some easy game so that when you get out there and you start getting approached by the type of men that can afford to take you to these places, when you go there, not only do you have a great time, but your date should also have a great time, right? So if you're sticking out like a sore thumb, looking crazy, everybody's just turning around trying to figure out like what's going on. Not only is it negative attention on you, keeping in mind that other men may be interested in you while you're on a date with another man. That's how they are. Not only are you embarrassing yourself and putting negative attention on yourself, you're also doing that to your date who might bump into a business associate, who might bump into an old colleague or something like that, might bump into a potential investor that he's been trying to butter up. And now this potential investor is going to see this guy with this super loud, super out of place woman, and he's going to ask himself, oh my gosh, where did he meet her? He must hang out in like really random circles. Okay. Whereas if you're there and the kind of attention that you attract is positive attention, people are looking at you thinking, wow, she looks so pleasant, she looks so elegant, blah, blah, blah. And they're looking at him like, okay, he must know a thing or two to be able to get that kind of woman. That's how men judge each other. Okay. So you have to understand, ladies, and that's why, I make these videos, because if you don't know, then you don't really know what you don't know, if you understand what I'm saying. But when you know, then when you walk into certain situations, you're more aware of your environment, yourself, your goals, what you're trying to accomplish. And you're probably going to get there much quicker than somebody who has no idea what's going on and they're just fumbling, right? So don't be loud. Don't be trying to get attention. Don't be trying to, don't try and be the loudest in the room. Don't do all of that kind of stuff. There's a way to get attention in a very feminine way, and you can be you can light up the room. You don't have to be loud by you don't have to be loud to do that. Okay, I'm gonna have a little sip of my grown-up juice over here. Okay, red flag number 3, and this is my favorite one, is offering to pay the bill. This is a huge red flag for men. What it tells him is that you are, okay, it tells him a lot of things, but I think the biggest message that it sends that's a red flag is that you are so untrusting or distrustful of men that you're not even going to allow a man to provide a dating experience for you, even though you know he's romantically interested in you. It's like what you're saying to him is stay there. You're not saying to him, I'm interested in you. You're saying, I don't trust you, don't come any closer. That's the message that you're sending him. And ladies, I know we don't we don't mean to say that, but that's literally what we're saying. But if you really evaluate your energy, that is what you're saying, right? Because you're saying, there's actually a reaction that I did on TikTok where a lady basically offered to pay for a date and proceeded to have a back and forth with the guy that she was on a date with. I don't know if I've posted it here on YouTube. I'll have a look. If I have, I'll come back and link it somewhere over here. If not, then I will upload it and then link it. Okay. But basically, her defense is, you know what, I will just pay for dinner because I'm not ready to give you what you think you're going to get for paying for this dinner. Now, if you ladies would like me to make a whole video about how to get rid of that mindset, let me know and I will do it. I will do it. I will do whatever it takes for you ladies to get out of this mindset. Okay. Stop thinking that a man is going to buy you a plate of food in exchange for something. It does not mean he will not want it. It does not mean that's not his long term goal. But stop going into a date thinking that if I let him pay for this, then he's automatically going to think he qualifies for A, B, and C. I know there are men that like to act like this is normal, and they like to talk as if that's an expectation of all men. Stay away from those men. The men that you will date, if you follow my dating advice, the men that you will end up with may try their luck, because some women will exchange a plate of food for something, but they also understand and appreciate the fact that there are a lot of us women who will go on multiple dates that cost thousands and thousands of rands. We will go on multiple of those without any need to exchange anything. So when you offer to pay a bill on a date, lets him know that you are not one of those women that are going to let him court her and still turn him down. You're one of those women that you're going to start giving him stuff because you feel you're obliged to give it to him, and the only way you can stop yourself from giving him something is to pay your way. It's a big red flag. It lets him know that it's almost like imposter alert. She looks like a feminine woman, but she's not feminine. She looks like a woman who a lot of men are pursuing, but not a lot of men are pursuing her. Because if she was pursued by multiple men, paying a bill wouldn't even be on her mind. Because if you get approached by two men in 1 week for a date and you say yes, you paying for both of those dates? Are you paying your way for both of those dates? If you get approached twice a day for dates, are you paying for those? Are you paying your way for all of that? That's what he's asking himself subconsciously, right? It's a big red flag. It's huge. So, ladies, stop offering to pay the bill. Stop it. You're not making yourself look noble or kind or independent or whatever. You can be independent and let him pay a bill. Okay? My money is my money. When I choose to spend my money, if I don't know you, sir, you will not be there when I choose to spend my money. And when I know you, sir, I ain't spending my money with you around. No, why would I do that? Okay, I don't want this video to be too long, so I will end this live here and I will get back online. I will get back on another live and share the last 3 red flags that women give off on dates that you absolutely should not be doing. And I will see you in that one.